St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I had to do at least some nod to St. Patrick's Day, given that I do have some Irish heritage, and I live in Boston, and it's St. Patrick's Day. So I had to pull out, some of the shamrocks and the green. And today we're going to do a very quick speed review video. So I haven't done these before. I've kind of mixed them in. So what this is I'm going to go through the things that I've reviewed over the last couple weeks, the things that I have tried out, and do a speed review of each of them, basically saying yes, no, and why. So this is kind of like a wrap-up video, but a very quick, speedy one. So let's start with the face. I've tried 3 foundations recently. I've tried the Haus Labs Tri-Clone Skin Tech Foundation. This is in 060 Warm. Remember the Haus Labs, if you need a cool leaning foundation, pick the warm shades. I don't know. I have it on now. It's a really good foundation. I really do like it. I think it's best suited for medium, maybe slightly dry, maybe slightly oily skin. If your skin is very dry, I don't think you'll like it. When my skin is drier, I have a little issue with it. When my skin is just dry, it's perfectly fine. But if your skin is extremely dry, it might be problematic because it'll stick a little bit to the drier spots. However, it gives great coverage. It looks really natural on. It's really beautiful. It's not super expensive. It settles really well and it doesn't dissipate on your skin. It lasts a really long time. It's moisturizing, but not overly so. So if you're lean oily, I think it will work as long as you're not, very oily. And there's a large variety of shades. Like I said, they're a little tricky to figure out, but once you do, it works out. Makeup Forever. This is the powder foundation. I never had the original formula. This is the reformulated one. I have it in 1R02. I really like this. It is more full coverage than I am used to. If you use a brush, you can get a lot more control over it than if you use the sponge. The sponge that's in here is going to give you more like full coverage. It's actually really nice on me. And again, kind of like the Haus Labs, if you lean dry, I think it's fine. I think if your skin is very dry, it is a powder foundation, so I don't think you're going to love it, but it is the most hydrating powder foundation I have ever used. There used to be one that Chanel had literally 30 years ago that worked for me. I hear that in the LeBlanc collection, there's actually another one that's going to be like that. Who knows? And the shades are so limited in that collection because it's an Asia exclusive or maybe Asia exclusive. I don't know if it will be similar, but this one reminds me of that. It is moisturizing. If you want a powder foundation and you have dry skin, I would try it out. I actually have come to really like it. It's great for getting ready fast. If I have to get on a Zoom call really quickly or I have to run out the door and I do want some coverage, you could also take this and just sort of place it like, like across here and here where I have the most redness and zoom out the door. So I really like it for that purpose more than anything else. And then the Clé de Peau Cushion Foundation. Guys, I've raved about this and I will continue to rave about it. It is an excellent foundation. I have it in B10. It's my favorite foundation right now. It's between that and the Chanel Touch. It is not full coverage. It is skin-like. It's not sheer, but if you're used to full coverage, then, it's going to seem sheer to you. I am very much concentrated on trying to get my skin to look as good as it possibly can by itself. I invest a lot in dermatology. I go to an excellent dermatologist. I get lasers, which I've talked about here on this channel. I use high quality ingredients in skincare. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can about my skincare routine. I drink a lot of water, careful what I eat, all those things, so that, my skin looks as good as it can. So I prefer foundations that lets my skin seep through a little bit. Like, I don't like a full coverage. I think it looks mask-like for me. So that one I think is absolutely fantastic. But if you like full coverage, or more full coverage, the Makeup Forever and the Haus Labs will be, I think, more to your liking. Okay, so that's the wrap up of the face products. Let's go to, well, it's a continuation of face products, but not foundation. Bronzers. So the obvious bronzer that I'm going to talk about is the Hermes. So the Hermes bronzers, are they worth it? They're $110. No. $110 for bronzer is, in my opinion, ludicrous. It's too much money. You're paying for the Hermes name. I get it. It's Hermes. Fine. The packaging is nice. I like the fact that it's refillable. That's cool. The shades are a little weird. Atlas is what I have on right now. I really like Atlas. It actually looks a lot like Chanel Light, but it's warmer, but not by much. My previous video, I did do a comparison. It is similar to Chanel Light, so it's interesting. It's still too warm. I wish there was a cooler version that would work for me. I have not tried 3 through 5 yet. It's possible that those aren't too deep for me and are cooler based. Don't know. But my answer to you whether or not you should go out and buy this is really, do you like a warm tone bronzer? And are you willing to spend $110? That's really, there are other bronzers out there, in my opinion, that are just as good and are cheaper and are cooler, which is what I like. Is the formula excellent? It is. It's a tremendously good formula. It really is. If it wasn't for that, I would just be like, no, don't buy this. But it is a tremendously good formula. And of all the formulas I've ever used for a bronzer, it may be the best. However, the shades are not my favorite shades. I have not found one that's cool enough and light enough for my skin tone. If you are somebody who likes warm toned bronzers, you're in luck. And I would suggest waiting for it to go on sale because Saks has had coupons and Neiman's has had coupons and Nordstrom is price matching. Get it 15 to 20% off. At least it's a little bit more reasonable. Okay, bronzer sticks. These are the Rare Beauty ones. They are, they're considered bronzer sticks, but this one is a new shade in Bright Side, which I am using as contour. It is a dupe color-wise for Westman Atelier's Biscuit, and it's about half the cost, not quite, but close, and about the same amount of product. I really like the Rare Beauty products. I am a big fan of Rare Beauty Cosmetics. I think they do an amazing job with most of their products, not all, but most of their products. And their bronzer sticks are really, really good. They're very creamy. They go right into the skin. They're easy to use. And this new shade, like I said, is Bright Side, is a cool, like tan. It looks exactly like Biscuit from Westman Atelier. So if you like that shade, if you're a color match for me or somewhere in my skin tone, it'll work as an excellent contour for you. It is brand new and it is over at Sephora. She's also launching new blush shades, but I don't think they're available yet. Highlighter, Victoria Beckham. I had not tried her highlighter stick before, and I have tried it. I have it on today. I really like it, and this is Pearl. There is some iridescence to this. I do have it on. If you're somebody who doesn't like any type of iridescence or sparkle, pearlescent, when you go outside and the sun hits it, it does look a little, it's not, to me it doesn't look glittery, but it does look pearlescent. So if you don't like that, it's a no for you. If you want something that's just more like glossy or shiny or satiny, this isn't it. This is a more pearlescent. It's got little bits when you see it in the sun. Inside, it's subtle and you don't see that at all. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Pillow Talk Glow Face Architect Highlighter. I only picked it up in Pillow Talk. If I didn't have so much makeup, I would actually pick this up in other shades. This is an excellent highlighter. You can use it all over your face, as I did in the day that I use this. I really like it. I think it's excellent formula. It's finely milled. It's a beautiful highlighter. It doesn't look shiny, glittery outside. It's not pearlescent. It's beautiful. Whether or not it's worth it, depends on price points and everything, but for highlighter, I actually think it's lovely, and I really do like it. My favorite highlighters still tend to be Chantecaille and Chanel, but that one's up there. It's close. I actually have swatch comparisons of that next to the Camellia Chanel powder, and I'll make sure they are up either here. Hopefully I'll post it here, and then also have it up over on Instagram. Okay, blush. Oh, I forgot one bronzer. Victoria Beckham bronzer. I had not tried her bronzer before. This is a really good bronzer. It's 01. I still haven't gotten around to getting the 02, but this is cooler toned. It's quite beautiful. Its formula is not as good as the Hermes. Like I said, the Hermes formula is outstanding, but it's a much better color match, and I really like the shades. And because of the way she's done the compact, you have the two shades in here, so you can kind of use this to like contour out and like use this for almost like a bronzer slash highlight, or you could just mix the two, or you could use this as your bronzer, like depending on the, you know, your skin tone. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The formula is excellent. I do rank it up there with my Chanel and Tom Ford Terra. It blends beautifully. The Hermes formula is still a little bit better, but again, the shades are just off. Blush. So 2 blushes to talk about. House Labs, I did reviews on these. Dragon Fruit Days, Pomelo Peach. If you're looking for more in-depth reviews of them, I would say buy these. That's my advice. They are beautiful. They are gorgeous. They look good on the skin. I have the peach on today. They blend beautifully. They're smooth. I would actually buy all of them. Like I said, I have too much stuff, so there's no reason for me to do so. If you like a colorful blush, definitely buy them because they're very pigmented. That is the only drawback that I can find. If you're somebody who's very, very pale and you don't like a bright blush, you're probably going to want to put these on first and put foundation over it. That's all I will say, because they are incredibly bright. They're very pigmented. They last all day. You get a lot for your money. The shades are beautiful. You know, I have nothing bad to say. Like I said, except maybe they're too bright, but you know, it's not the worst thing. Suku. So the Suku spring collection was stunning. I used the eyeshadow, I used the lip wraps, and the blushes. The melting blushes. Guys, the melting blushes are being discontinued. I'm going to say it one more time. If you can find the melting blushes in different colors, go buy them. They are the best formula I have seen in blush since the old Chanel blushes. I am not telling you like, oh, you must have these. This is like I'm saying if you're looking for one of the best blush formulas on the market in the last 30 years, this is it. And they've decided to discontinue them. I assume it has something to do with supply chain. I assume they can't get the ingredients. I find it very upsetting. I am actually picking up shades that I only have like 2 shades that I'm missing. I am going to buy them. I might even, I went back and forth about buying backups, to be honest with you. I didn't, and I'm not going to because I feel like I don't want to hoard a bunch of makeup. And I'm only going to use so much blush because I have so many different other kinds and I have my old Chanel's and etc. But if you don't have a lot of blush and you're looking for something that is just beautiful and an amazing formula and great for all skin types and buildable and works on, pale skin tones and deeper skin tones, this is it. And I'm really annoyed, as you can probably tell, that they're discontinuing it. Anyway, the summer and summer collections are coming. They are stunning from what I can see. I've already basically asked to set aside some things from the pre-summer collection. The summer collection is going to be in special packaging. It's going to be like this white packaging. And from what I understand, it is very difficult to get and it sells out quickly. So if you're interested in anything from the summer collection, I would contact the people to order it because you can't get it here in the US. So that means Liberty London, Harrods, and Selfridges. Okay, now so technically this doesn't exist here in the US. This is the Fantasia blush, and I'm keeping it in the packaging. I've talked about this several times. It is a beautiful blush, there is no doubt. I really like it. It's actually pretty pigmented for a LeBlanc collection. It's actually got a lot of heft to it. You can get a dupe for it with the Chantecaille Pearl blush that came out, and I did a thing on Instagram about it. It's the same shade. The difference is the Chantecaille one, I had to put like 4 or 5 swatches. I had to build it up. The Chanel was just 2. The Chanel is actually pretty pigmented, but it is a luminescent coral pink, and it's beautiful. But, it is a limited edition. Every time it pops back up on the UK Chanel site, it sells out immediately. I have been told by my SA several times, it is coming to the US, it is coming to Chanel boutiques April 1st. So it should be coming online very soon and to boutiques. If you have an SA at Chanel, if you have a buying history, I would let them know that you're interested in this collection. There are lip balms that come with it. There are balm essentials for the cheeks. And I forget the other lip. There's another lip product and brow products that are coming. If you're interested in the collection, I would suggest that you tell them you want it as soon as it comes in the door. Eyeliner. Victoria Beckham, Smoky Quartz, just want to mention, great shade, great product. I've talked about it a million times before. I like her. I pretty much like everything she does. She's just got a great line of products. I don't talk about her that often. She doesn't have as big of a collection, I guess, but excellent products, really good quality, and the liners especially are beautiful, and the Smoky Quartz is just a stunning shade. So the only shade I don't have is that new bright blue one that she came up with, but yeah, it's extremely good. Eyeshadows. The LeBlanc Chanel Le Délice. It's beautiful. The lemon yellow in there is the most unique thing about that one. I would just say, is it a necessity? For me, no, because those shades aren't my favorite shades. Will it sell out? Will it go quickly? Yes, it will. It's a limited edition. It's not going to be around forever. And then we don't get as much of that collection here in the United States. And it should be only at Chanel boutiques and Chanel online. I think that's the only place the LeBlanc shows up. So if you're interested in the quad, or like I said, the blush, the Fantasia blush, get on top of it, because it will go quickly. Again, I'm not telling you have to buy it. I'm saying, I'm just making you aware of the environment around those products. Those are ones that sell out quickly, and they're limited. They just are. But in that same vein, the Chantecaille Spring Quad, which I have on today, and I'll show you the two shades. The shades that I have on today are this matte, like satiny brown, and the lemony yellow, which is a little less lemon than the one in the Chanel. I did a side by side. This one has a little bit more gold to it, but it's still beautiful. I did the two shades that are in there, those two shades on my eye, and that was it. And it creates a beautiful look. I think Chantecaille did a really good job with this one. I've said many times, I don't like the packaging. I don't like the packaging, but the product inside is excellent. The quad does look very similar to the Chanel Délice, just so you guys know. Lips, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Liner. This is a really good liner. It's really worth picking up. I've been using it pretty much, I've only been using this one for a while, since I picked it up. I really like it. This is shade Spice, which looks a lot like the MAC Spice, which I mentioned. It's a really good liner. Stays on. It's like the Sicily, very much like the Sicily. So I'm looking forward to picking up other shades. I think it's really, really good. And the lipstick that I picked up from Estee Lauder is the High Luster lipstick in Tiger Eye. Again, I did reviews on all of these, but this is a great shade. It's a metallic kind of autumn shade. I mean by autumn, the season. It's kind of got like a burnt orange kind of shade. Really pretty. But the formula is excellent. And I think it's a little bit like those Isamaya metallic, the ones that were in the horses. It looks similar online. I've seen other people use them online. I don't have them. I might buy them if there's a sale. But they have a little bit of metallic, but not over the top metallic. I really like it. I think the formula is excellent, and I'm impressed what Estee Lauder is doing. I have been thinking about picking out the Bronze Goddess Estee Lauder palette. I don't know. I haven't bought a lot from Estee Lauder in many years, so I was delighted to see that the products were good, and I really like them. Clé de Peau came out with new shades and the new Sparkle lipsticks. These are the lip shines. If that's actually not their name, I'll put it down below. These are excellent. I picked up two shades, well actually picked up 3 shades of the Sparkle. One I still don't have. I'll put the names below, but they are different enough, I think, to get the different shades. Are they drastically different on the lip? No. They are slightly sheer, but they have a beautiful opalescence and, like, again, metallic to them and sparkle that make them really beautiful. And I think they actually are worth picking up. They're also incredibly comfortable on the lips. The cream and the sparkle formula. The matte I don't love as much, but I have dry lips, so just putting it out there. But the sparkle, love the sparkle. There's only 4 shades in the sparkle. And last but not least, the new Dior Addict shades. Now, I actually haven't done a review on these yet. I did do some posts up on Instagram. I have like 15 or more shades of the Addict lips and numerous cases. And there's 4 new cases that have been introduced. There's this white one that has like the Dior print on it. There's this brick red Canage one. There's this pink one that's like soft. It's almost like a suede rubber. It's really interesting. And then there's the Dior, it's like red and has the Dior pattern all over it, which seems to have gone in and out of stock on the UK site, but in the US Dior site, it's not available yet, or at least I haven't been able to find it. So I did pick up the 3 cases. I also picked up 3 new shades. So they have new shades and they are limited edition. And in fact, I might pick up some more because I don't know how limited they are. Dior can be a little tricky like that. Like sometimes, you know, they say they're limited edition and they're up forever. They never go away. And other times they're up for like 5 minutes and they're gone. So I don't know. But there are new shades. 812 Tartan, which is like a deep orangey red. I do have pictures up. I'll have them up right now. I had them up on Instagram. 730 Star, which is also a deep red. And then another shade that I think is a really interesting shade. This is 521. It's Dior Elita, I think is the way it's pronounced. And I want to put it on my lips for you today because I don't have it on my lips in any other video yet. What I'm going to do is a lip swatch video with all my Dior Addict lips. I think I want to pick up like 2 or 3 more shades. I was hoping to do it at the same time I picked up the new Dior case, but that Dior case seems to be, I don't know what's going on with it. So we'll see. Anyway, let me just lip swatch this one for you. It's a gorgeous shade. I absolutely love this one. I think it's like one of my favorite Dior shades. I just want to see how it's described on the Dior site. So it's described as a brown pink. It's just a really good shade. It is a brown pink. It's an excellent brown pink. And since it is limited edition, I don't know. I might actually buy another one of this shade because I think it's so beautiful. But let me tell you the new shades. So we have Dior, Rose Dior, which is a blue pink, which I might buy. Lady Red, which is an ambery coral, which is 758. We have 822 Scarlet Silk, which is a brick orange. We have 463 Dior Ribbon, which is a golden nude pink. I've thought about picking that up. 812, which is Tartan, a deep red, which I do have. 412 Dior Vibe, a dark purple rosewood, which kind of sounds interesting to me. 845 Vinyl Red, which is a bright red. The 566, which is Peony Pink, which is a fresh pink. Then we have the 521 Dior Elita, a brown pink, which it's like the perfect brownie pink, guys. It's a great shade. And then 730 Star, a copper red, which I have. So I might pick up a couple more shades and then do the entire collection for you all. Like I said, I was hoping to get the case. I'll show the picture of the case that I don't have. But it doesn't seem available. I don't know if it's coming or what's going on. So I might just give in and order a couple other shades that I wanted to get and possibly, you know, just order it. Because I don't know if this case is ever coming. So that is my rapid, speedy review, speed review of all the things that I've tried over the last couple weeks. There's probably a few other things, like little things here and there, but I felt like these were the ones that I had done the most comprehensive videos on and talked about, and I felt like it was good to just do a speedy wrap up of everything because summer is on its way. There's a lot in summer that I will be picking up. Hopefully I can stick to my lower buy, but I know as the year goes on, like especially fall, winter, my low buy will be gone. So I'm still at that low buy, you know, at the moment, but there are some things for summer that are absolutely on my list. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.